Justin Jones. This is Pick a Bone with Bones and the Boys. I'm joined by Jay Block and Anthony McAvoy. As we get ready for our third show, Super Bowl recap, guys. Super Bowl was a few nights ago. The Patriots coming out on top, winning 13-3 in I would say, a pretty ugly game. Was not a big fan of that myself. This was the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. Julian Edelman was the MVP of the game. Anthony, you picked the Patriots you picked the Rams, excuse me, in this game. I'm gonna give you a little short bit of time to save yourself before me and Jay,
So, you've already gone back and watched the last show. I know what you're gonna throw at me. I already know. But the one thing I want to say is a lot of people hated this game. They weren't happy with how defensive it was, and that's very sad to me. I thought this was an absolutely amazing game. I loved this game. I'm somebody who I think we have become so accustomed to high-scoring offenses in a high-scoring game that when it's a defensive battle, which is honestly, in my opinion, where you build your team up at, because whether or not you can score, that's, one thing, but you have to be able to stop the other team. Defense wins championships, and this was a masterclass of defense last night by both teams.
Okay, I'll give you that point. It was, if you want to look at it like that, but as a viewers, we all love exciting games. And Jay, me and you both picked the Patriots, and Anthony.
Yep, yeah, we did.
You were a little wrong last week.
I was wrong.
Yeah,
saying
we did.
Jared Goff has stepped up all season, and in this game, Jared Goff's numbers,
did.
19 for 38, no touchdowns, 1 interception.
And the one interception that he threw, I watched it with our director last night. The interception he threw was a bonehead interception that he should have never thrown. He was under pressure. He threw it deep, not giving Brandon Cooks a chance at all. That's just one of those that you chuck out of bounds. So there's no excuse for that interception that he threw. That was textbook bad play.
Jay?
Well, first, I'd like to say, Anthony, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That makes me incredibly happy inside. Second off, Tom Brady showed up, did what he did, was a leader. Even though a lot of people think Tom Brady is going to be this guy who throws touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, that clearly wasn't the case last night. He's also the Tom Brady that he is because he's such a good leader. He's such a good leader, and he's under such a great coaching staff. Maybe not even a staff, just a head coach. But this is a leader, besides being an iconic quarterback. So we knew what we were going to get no matter what. The Patriots were going to win that game. And I'm so sad that you had to turn to the dark side in that.
And Anthony, nothing said. You be quiet over there for a little bit. You take this. You learn from this lesson.
Well,
your paycheck's not coming in this week, you will find out on Friday.
We're going to put a muzzle on that.
But,
Maybe
the whole
show,
time,
I don't know.
you were talking up this team the whole time. Aaron Donald's he has yet to get a sack in the postseason. Last night, they only got to Brady one time. And Brady had the time to throw the ball.
Absolutely did. I think he was just like, I'll take the hit.
And I'll take the hit. No touchdowns for Brady, but like we said, he gets it done when it needs to be done. And this was the 10-point margin, 13-3, was the largest in Brady and Belichick era in winning a championship. So he's used to these close games. That's why I'm not worried about the score for the Patriots.
Now, I will say that, you brought up the fact he didn't throw any touchdowns. That pass to Gronk that got them at the 1-yard line.
Oh, that was a great best play of the game.
Best play of the game might as well have been a touchdown because they put it in the next play.
Yep, and hats off to Sony Michel. Sony Michel has done a great job, especially in this postseason. I think the Patriots found themselves a running back for the future.
I said that in the last show. I was shocked. I loved him coming out of Georgia. I'm not the biggest Georgia fan, but I really thought that he was going to be a stud coming out. I thought he was the steal of the draft, being picked 31st in the first round. And he definitely did. 18 carries, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. And the Patriots haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver in 1,000-yard rusher in 2-3 years. And I think they got their guy. They finally have found that guy.
Now, Jay, what are your other thoughts on this game? We know it was, pretty slow game, 3-0 at half. Only 1 touchdown, which to me, that's absolutely crazy. But this Rams, at least to me, this Rams offense, they've been hyped up all season. If I'm right, they're definitely top 3 offense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one were they right behind the Chiefs and the Saints. I don't know. I think they're all similar. But this Sean McVay and Jared Goff did not show up, and that's something you got to look at. This is both their first time reaching a Super Bowl, and you can expect some butterflies and everything. But 3 points to this type of offense, and the Patriots, they don't have a star defense. I mean, they got guys that do their job, and play in the right scheme under Belichick. But overall, there's not many guys on that team that jump out to you, like on the All-Pro teams or anything.
It comes with maturity. I don't think there was much to really recover in this loss for the Rams. This is a learning process.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, for the Rams, this is your first time you've been in the Super Bowl for a while. And you have a bunch of young guys. This is probably one of the youngest teams in the league. And to be this good at this young, knowing the type of offense that you run, and New England had 2 weeks to plan for that, I definitely think that that's what ended up hurting them in the end. But kudos to the Patriots. Tom Brady's Tom Brady. I was wrong.
And we're going to see, in the next few years, we're going to see how, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, if they continue doing this, if they continue making it to the postseason, making it to the Super Bowl. The Rams, this won't be the last time we hear them. I think they'll get back to the NFC Championship next season. I don't know who they'll play. But this is our Super Bowl recap. We'll be back momentarily to talk about NBA trade deadline coming up here shortly and some possible rumors we have around the league.
Let's go. All around the world. Y'all know this is so that.
Welcome back to our second segment of Pick a Bone with Bones and the Boys, joined by Jay Block and Anthony McAvoy. I'm Justin Jones. As we're getting ready to talk about the NBA trade deadline coming up and some possible trades, and also there's already been a few already. Jay, you could start us off with the Knicks and the Mavs deal.
Well, obviously, NBA fans have heard that Kristaps Porzingis will no longer be a Knick.
Finally.
He's going to be actually playing for Dallas as soon as he's fully cleared to play. He's going to be playing with Luka Doncic and the leadership of under Dirk Nowitzki. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff. 3 Europeans on the same team with a great franchise behind them. This is something.
Do you know what this reminds me of? And this might sound completely crazy, but when your big three is 3 foreign players, do you remember the success that Popovich had with Tony Parker, Manu, and Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
3 foreign guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could
That's
take Carlisle.
what this reminds me of.
Carlisle and Popovich are the same kind of
Exactly.
coach.
Guys, but the thing is Dirk's, he's at the end of his career. It's not
It's
like
the leadership thing, though.
yeah, but you're still going to need guards in there that could play, and that's
fine. That comes in time.
Yeah, that comes in the draft, and maybe
Yeah,
hopefully
that comes in time, baby. That comes
free
in
agency
time.
with them.
Yeah.
But overall, this move I think is great for. I would say Dallas. I think New York's definitely in the rebuilding stage. Maybe in this offseason they get KD or Kyrie and Zion. I don't know.
I hope you really don't believe in that. I hope you're just saying it for them.
I'm saying that for those New York
only
Knicks
place
fans out there.
Kyrie goes outside of Boston, which Kyrie, again, if you were listening, as a Boston fan, we need you.
This is exactly what
Stay
Kyrie
in
is
Boston.
gonna be watching.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so Kyrie Irving, if he's not in Boston, he's going to LA.
There's no other option.
There's no other option for him.
There's no other options. I agree with Anthony.
But now,
There's
do you
no other place he wants to
Now,
go.
there's been rumors of Kyrie leaving before the trade deadline, or do you think maybe this is something that happens
The only way
You
that
think this happens
happens is if
over the summer, or are you saying trade deadline?
I think
in a week?
it's during the summer.
Ask him July 1st, as he said himself. And I believe him.
Yeah.
Being a man from Jersey, knowing a dude from Jersey, he means it. Ask him July 1st.
And then
Which is exactly what he said, as you said.
the other trade rumor we've heard is Anthony Davis.
He's going to LA.
Do you think he's getting traded to LA, or do you think he's going to go there in the offseason?
I think he wants to trade. I think he wants to leave New Orleans now.
Now,
There's no future.
My question to you is, I don't really like, for the Lakers standpoint, of the Lakers getting Anthony Davis via trade. And the reason I say that is because they're going to lose so much young talent. I know for a star like Anthony Davis, but I think their potential as a team is going to go down for the future if they get rid of these young guys now, rather than imagine if they sign Davis in a year or two in the offseason.
But here's the thing. The only way that you get Anthony Davis on this team is if you do it through a trade. Because you're not going to have the money to sign
You're
everybody
not going to
that
have
you
the
want
cap
to sign.
space. And God forbid if those Lakers actually do want to keep Carmelo, if they actually want to pick him up,
I don't see it.
you got to
Klay
think.
Thompson.
Klay
They're
Thompson.
calling for Klay Thompson
You have
right
Melo
now,
and
too.
Klay Thompson. Are there
Clay's another
two?
one that may not leave Golden State.
All right, well, Clay's probably the last option that's going to go, frankly.
Yeah.
But let's just say the situation that the Lakers are looking at. They have Carmelo they possibly want to pick up.
Kawhi.
But yeah, Kawhi, AD, and now you also have Klay Thompson in the back.
And then Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Look at all these people.
And look at all of the
no
stars
one's-
that you know that you're going to have to pay.
No one, exactly. No one's going to say, I'll take a cheaper contract. It's all about money in today's day. No one cares about playing the game
And
of basketball.
the difference in that is the ones who are saying, I'll take a cheaper chunk to pay, is because it's the Golden State Warriors who have won the last 3 years.
And the Lakers picking up AD this season do not make them a championship team, I think.
Not this season.
Championship contender, maybe not a championship winning team. Difference.
Yeah,
And
but
that's,
still,
that's just
and
this season. I think in the offseason, you come in, you get those guys you get your Lance Stevensons of the world, the guys that'll,
Well, not many
you
of
know,
those, that's for sure.
exactly.
That's a one-man
I
breed.
wish there was.
Woo!
I really wish there was. But you get your Lance Stevensons of the world where, you have those instances of, he dropped 20 points tonight. Good for him.
I don't ever remember Lance dropping.
Well,
I know
was
what you're saying.
Indiana days.
Those
but
little amplifiers. I know what
Yeah,
you're saying. Like,
yeah.
I think one of the best ideas that the Lakers picked up, believe it or not, you're going to disagree, Michael Beasley.
Mhm.
An experienced player,
Mhm.
swift, smooth, left-handed, can play the 4, can maybe even play a little bit of the 5. Solid player. Doesn't get a lot of burn, obviously, but
the one,
Now,
one.
if you were going to trade for Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
which young stars do you think would leave? You got Kuzma.
who would leave or who would they want to trade?
Who would end up leaving the deal?
I think
Brandon Ingram.
So there's
Brandon Ingram, Alonzo Ball.
Lonzo.
Why do you say that?
They need a
Lonzo,
guard.
Lonzo is not the player that they thought he was going to be. And frankly, with this injury, for him keeping out another couple weeks with this ankle, they don't know how he's going to be after it. And he's still young to the point where they don't want to waste the time working with him.
Is it okay, or will LeVar come on our show and just kick all of us,
No.
kick all of our butts? He's a bust.
No.
He was never
no.
somebody to even be
Lonzo, you got to
compared
give
to
him
a
time.
bust.
He's in his second year. You got-
Says the fan of the Philadelphia 76ers who are still giving Markelle Fultz a chance.
Okay, what about the other 3 guys
Oh,
that they
boy,
gave time
here we
to develop?
Oh, man.
Markelle, okay, no,
This
Simmons,
is why I
all-star.
took the
Joel
contract to
Embiid,
be on this show.
all-star.
This is why, for stuff like this,
No,
I
You
live
gotta
for
give
this.
Lonzo. If you get LeBron makes first off, we'll agree. LeBron makes every player he's played with.
Oh, come
better.
on. This is not
Then
even
why
part of
hasn't
it.
Lonzo gotten better?
It's his first year with LeBron.
Wait.
Either way.
Gentlemen, let's tone it down for a second. I have one thing to say. It's Lonzo's second year. What about Donovan Mitchell in his first season?
What about this year, Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan
Still
Mitchell's
doing
a
his thing.
stud.
Still doing his
Still
thing.
doing the same
Still
thing.
doing his
He's
thing.
by himself in Utah outside of Rudy Gobert.
Whoa. I was on your side till you said that. Now I'm third party.
Let's
That
act
was
like I
ridiculous.
didn't say that.
No,
Let's act
I
like
know.
I didn't say that.
Because Utah's a great team.
Exactly.
You didn't.
But-
Say, he did not.
No,
he did
no,
not say that.
listen,
You, no,
listen,
don't tell me.
listen,
Listen. Don't.
listen,
You
listen,
need it. My
listen.
goodness.
One at a
gracious.
time, ladies. Come on.
Listen, he's doing the exact same thing he did last year, and he's getting these guys into contention again.
Speaking of the Jazz,
They're 2 different players and they're 2 different teams. And I just
Yeah,
You
two
gotta give
different players
Lonzo-
because one can actually play the game and the other
I
can't.
like Lonzo. I'm not against him.
are you saying Lonzo shouldn't be in the league? What are you
No.
saying with Lonzo?
I don't like Lonzo. I've never liked Lonzo.
All right, I'm against that. The kid's a player.
The
It's
kid's
just
a
I
good
don't
player.
like.
Him and Jay actually have the same shot. We'll show you that later.
Actually, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's. But I'm wet. He's not. There's a difference.
That's the thing.
But
You can have an ugly jump shot if you can hit it. He can't hit it.
that's really
Give
not
him-
true, though. He's inconsistent. He hits when he needs to, if you notice. And I won't forget that game against San Antonio last year where he hit 6 threes. That's a big time game for him.
But that's, like you said, that's one of those amplifier guys.
No, he's not
But
an
you can
amplifier guy. This is a facilitator. He runs an offense. He's young. I kind of agree with Bones in that situation.
And then
I
but
don't-
even
I
the younger
just don't
guys,
think he's
even
the
not
answer.
younger guys, even the other guys, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart.
I don't like
Brandon
Kuzma. I don't like Kuzma. I really
Kuzma
don't.
could shoot.
Inconsistent too, but he's a scorer. At least Lonzo can pass and run an offense.
They have their different capabilities, and that's
Right,
why
and
I
that's fine.
That's
But I'm
why
saying
I
I
want
would rather see Kuzma go, but I think Ball's going to go.
I want the Lakers to keep all these guys because
It'd be
I think in a
interesting.
few years these guys can develop into all-stars, develop into great players, and getting rid of them and sending them elsewhere for one-star player who you may even leave. Let's say he went to title with the Lakers and his contract's up, he may leave, go somewhere else. You never know.
Lonzo?
No, I'm talking Anthony Davis.
Anthony
Oh.
Davis will not leave the
No,
Lakers.
he's going to want to play with LeBron.
He, as long
Until
as,
he went to championship,
as
just like
no,
every other
no,
player.
as long as LeBron is there, AD will
That's
stay
not
there.
true. A lot of those players who were with LeBron wanted to stay. He's the one who left.
You're right.
JR didn't want to leave his side, even though after you
Kevin
made
Love didn't want to leave.
Kevin Love didn't want to leave. Rodney Hood kept
You
learning.
know
under
why?
him.
He
Kai-
didn't want to leave?
Why?
Because he makes every player he plays with better.
No, I think he just carries him at that point. I mean,
That's
last
true.
year he carried them.
He carried that
The year
team all the
before
way to
that,
the
he made
finals.
them better. Yes.
The year they won it.
Yes.
He made
That's
them
when you
better.
notice, like, Richard Jefferson's almost 40 and he's still smacking threes. Like,
Mhm.
yes, there's something there. I agree with that. But I think it's more of just they were being appreciated by LeBron carrying them.
And So that's some of our NBA trade rumors. We'll update you throughout on our next episode. Should come out Friday about maybe some possible destinations that will happen before the trade deadline. But we'll take a quick commercial break. This is Pick Up with Bones and the Boys. The next segment is our Pick 'em segment, games to watch this week. Welcome back to Pick a Bone with Bones and the Boys. I'm Justin Jones, joined by Anthony McAvoy and Jay Block. So we move on to our Pick 'em segment. Jay, you can start us off with the game to watch this week.
Well, I think the best one that stands out to me is Kansas versus Kansas State. I mean, typical rivalry game. They're in Kansas State. Now, Kansas State this year is first in the Big 12 East.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also, Big 12. Then we have Kansas, who's 13th in the nation. It's going to be a great game. Kansas is being led by Dedrick Lawson. This man averages a double-double with 20 and 10. That's ridiculous for a college player. And then they're also being helped by LeGerald Vick with 14, 4, and 2. Now, I did notice Azubuike is out. So this will definitely be a probable reason why Kansas might lose this game. Now, if we look at Kansas State stats, we have Dean Wade, forward, dropping 14 and 6. The man is shooting 46% from the arc. Whew, 46%. That is ridiculous. Then they're also being led by Barry Brown, who's their leading scorer with 15 and 4 with 2 dimes a game. It's going to be a great game, but I got Kansas still pulling it out.
I'll jump on Kansas State. I think Kansas State's gonna come out on top. Anthony?
Kansas State was a team last year in the dance that surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
Made it to the Sweet 16, I believe, with their leading scorer from last year. And you said, I forgot the name right off the top of my head. The first guy you said,
Dean Wade.
Dean Wade,
Kids shoot.
was out last year, and they made it all the way to the Sweet 16. I got Kansas State because I really think right now Kansas is still trying to figure it out. This is a different Kansas team, so I got Kansas State at home.
And then for my game of the week, I have the Lakers versus Boston Thursday night, 8 p.m. Should be on TV. I think it'd be a pretty good matchup. Overall, Lakers 4-6 in their last 10. We don't know if LeBron's going to play. Played a few nights ago, but did not play against Golden State. I think we'll see him on the court, try to come back in Boston, try to get a win. And Boston, on the other hand, they have won 4 straight. So it's going to be a tough matchup. I'll go with the Lakers and LeBron James.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong. I'm a Boston fan. Anytime a Celtics game is coming up, I'm picking Boston because I'm definitely not picking the Lakers. So I got Boston.
Boston.
Wait, is it at the Garden?
It is at the Garden.
Boston.
And Boston has won 9 of their last 10.
Boston.
Boston's
going to ball out. The Lakers are on a crappy
we'll
streak
we'll
right now.
We'll update you guys as well.
You also have to remember, whenever the Lakers come to TD Garden, everybody's going to show up. So you're going to have the atmosphere, too, playing a big part in that game. So Boston fans always show up, I know, for the Lakers games. So I guess it's time for my pick now.
Yep. Anthony, what's your game to watch this week?
So I picked hockey. I went to hockey, and I picked San Jose at Calgary. This is a Thursday night game. This is a battle between the top 2 teams in the Pacific Division. Erik Karlsson has been dangerous in the blue line for the Sharks, and he was acquired at the beginning of the season from the Senators. Tomas Hertl, who also plays for the Sharks, he's playing amazing on that third line. Now, the biggest problem for both teams is goalkeeping. Now, on the other side, when you look at Calgary, Johnny Gaudreau has been a beast for this team all year. I have him scoring twice in a game where I think Calgary wins 4-2.
I like Calgary as well.
I'll go with Calgary as well. And then also, I think our director has a pick this week. What game's Max going to have?
So Max
watch?
up there in the booth made an amazing pick. Tomorrow night on Tuesday, it is Vegas at Tampa. If most people don't know, the Tampa Bay Lightning is actually the top team in the NHL. Vegas isn't bad right now, sitting at number 7. Remember, they made it as the expansion team last year to the Stanley Cup Finals, losing to my Washington Capitals. Just always have to throw that one in there. Now, Vegas still has a lot of the young talent they had last year, but Tampa's a powerhouse team that, in all honesty, as a Capitals fan, I know they should have been playing this Vegas team in the finals last year, and they didn't. So Tampa's still going to go out hungry. Andrei Vasilevsky, who's the goalkeeper for Tampa, is one of the best keepers in the league. I really think he really thinks that Vegas keeps it close but can't win, and they end up Tampa winning 3-2.
I'm going to take Tampa, too. They're a hot team. They're number 1 in the conference right now, so I'm going to go with the Lightning. Jay?
Tampa. They're playing good hockey. There's nothing else to fight it. I like Tampa.
I'm also agreeing with Max. He's the resident hockey guy, so definitely if he's got Tampa, I don't have a reason to go against it.
I think
so
it was the
got
first
Tampa.
time we have all agreed on the same team.
We've all agreed.
Yeah.
Us
And
Oh no,
agreeing-
Calgary. We all picked Calgary.
Calgary, yeah.
Us
that's true.
agreeing on something you guys will not see often. Thank you, Max, up there in the booth. I'm Justin Jones. This is Pick a Bone with Bones and Boys, joined by Jay Block and Anthony McAvoy. Next episode should be on Friday. Hope you guys like it. Share it. Thank you for watching.